Hi everybody, welcome to this video titled Copilot and the Sales Line Suggestions. My name is Craig Kreskis. I am a partner solution architect here at Microsoft, and I just want to say thank you for investing time to learn more about the current capabilities and features, especially focused around Copilot and Business Central. In this video, I'm going to focus on the sales line suggestions, although keep in mind I have other videos created as part of this series. So in this scenario, in this demo, there are three ways in which I'm going to demonstrate this for you so that you can go to your customers and prospects. The first one is I'm going to create a sales quote based on invoices. The second sales quote, I will just type in my request in Copilot. And the third, I'm going to copy an email I got from a prospect. So let's take a look at the first scenario, and that's based on invoices. As I mentioned, I'll create three sales quotes. The first sales quote, I'll come into sales quote on the quick create. I'll choose my customer, and the line items you'll see here in where I've highlighted my cursor is the suggest sales line items. Now we have provided customers with the opportunity to leverage some of the pre-built prompts here on that little prompt guide, this icon I'm selecting. And so for example, if I want to copy the line items, say from an order or from the last invoice, I'll just go ahead and select that, and then I'll choose generate. And here you see there are three lines from that previous order. And if I go ahead and open that up, you'll notice here I can see all the details from that previous order that we did. Also, if I want to edit my query, and if I actually remembered maybe an item, or I should say an invoice number. So for example, I know in my previous role at Microsoft, I would always remember numbers and I would remember invoices that I would always use in my demos. And so for example, I always use 3196. When I click on generate, notice it brings on the line items from that invoice, but also notice it's from a different customer altogether. And so if that's something I want to use, I'll go ahead and insert, and now I've got the line items available for me. Now the second demo that I'll do here is I'm going to use Copilot, and I'm just going to use my keyboard to type in my request. Let's take a look at that one. Here I have my sales quote, the quick create, choose my customer, and suggest the sales line items. From here, I just type in what I want. I describe to Copilot what I'm looking for. I need an office and 2 blue chairs. Notice I didn't put a quantity in front of the office desk. I hit generate, and now you can see I've got 1 desk and 2 chairs. You also have the preview item, the sneak peek, so I can take a look at that chair. And this part of the demo, I just want to show you how Copilot begins the suggestions so that you know that information that describes products is stored in multiple places inside of Business Central. For example, item numbers and descriptions are stored on or in the item table, and some of the other ones are stored here on the item attributes. You can see the product properties. So let's go ahead and close that out. And the other thing I was going to point out is you notice here when I switch my view to lines in confidence and I hit generate, this shows 2 pieces of information. One, it's the level of confidence of the results, and 2 is the search term that it used. So you can see here the search terms and then that level of confidence. I'll go ahead and insert that, and that is as simple as easy in using Copilot with suggested line sales line suggestions. The third and last one is I'm going to create a quote from an email that I get from a customer. So let's take a look. Again, same thing. I'm going to do a quick create on the sales quote. I'll choose my customer. This time, when I go to suggest sales line items, I'm going to switch to Outlook because I had this email from Alan. And normally I would have to go back and forth, kind of remember what it is that they're requesting. In this scenario, you could see here, Alan is asking for 2 conference tables, 6 chairs, and 2 lamps. Well, if I hit my control key with the A button, and then I copy, and then I come back over to Business Central and I paste, you'll see that email is now inside of that Copilot window. And you could see here's the text, and I hit generate, and now you see exactly what was in the body of that email. I insert it on the line items, and that's how I can use the sales line suggestions with Copilot in Business Central. I want to say thank you so much for your time and participation in this video. Again, my name is Craig, and I look forward to seeing you again on a video real soon.